wait till you see the violence that's coming. You're going to look back at Stefan Molyneux and his little, like, we must fight Antifa on the streets. And you're going to just be like, you'll laugh. You'll laugh as you look for fresh water. Or not. Guys, the future isn't set in stone. That's why I'm not a Muzzy or a Calvinist. We don't have to choose that path. But that path is what's laid in front of us. Fill yourself with so much hate and resentment and envy and sloth and lust. Go right down the deadly sins. Guys, that's the basis of our country right now. Porn on your phone, envy. Why was I kicked off Twitter? Why do you think I don't care anymore? I don't use being banned from places as credit. I watched how people were becoming whiny bitches. I don't envy people that are still out on Twitter and PayPal and shit. I feel bad for them. I feel sad for them. I'm like, you don't even know where you are. You're still in hell. Sloth. You know, why don't you pay me? If we're going to pay the student debt for these kids, then they should pay me money too. Envy. Sloth. Lust. It's just never ending. Pride. Look at our rainbow flag. Look at our military. Pride, pride, pride. You keep down that path. The path that's laid out for us is annihilation. It's not set in stone. Every day, choose not to do that in your heart. You're not out of control. You're in more control than you can possibly imagine. I can't explain to you how much control you're in. You won't believe it. What you believe and what you want out of life and how you praise God and how you live, that is everything. The deceivers make you choose it. I'm telling you right now, guys, it's so true. And that's why despair is cancer. Fear is cancer. Lust is cancer. Envy is cancer. And if you choose that path, you will, with hate in your eyes, even as everything you love falls apart, you'll still have hate in your eyes. You won't even regret it then. You'll be like, but I just need to kill the Muzzy. I just need to kill the Nazi. Guys, we're called Nazis in this setup. You know that, right? All the LGBT people are like, well, we have to punch a Nazi and kill a Nazi. You know how stupid that sounds? That's how it is for all of it. It's just all stupid. And usury and the Fed, all of it. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. They're trying to make you... Oh, Peter Gabriel CD. Thank you. They're trying to make you fight it by adopting envy and rage and sloth and lust and all this shit. The way to end it is say, I don't like that. I'm going to live not like that. Most of the people, that's what I'm spending my last month, $80,000. I sold all my stocks. I'm spending that to get my wife out of debt for her college degree. Why? Because I have to live it or else my fucking word means nothing. If I sit here and bitch all day about the Fed and usury, but yet I let my money sit on the stock market as my wife is in debt, I am a liar or a hypocrite. So I'm showing you right now. This is all. I'll let you witness it in real time. $80,000 post-tax cash will go all to pay off a debt that I could have forever because I don't agree with usury anymore. All right, I got to get out of here. I just hate seeing people because this is the way sin works. And I'll get out of here. I'm so tired. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. Subscribe to unauthorized.tv. If you don't engage in the sins that are happening all around you, if you don't watch porn, and if you don't crave money, and if you don't envy your neighbor, and if you don't sit on your ass all day, it won't affect you the way it will everyone else. This is the quasi-hell I'm currently living in with this, and this is why I have to start detaching. I have too much empathy, and I got to make it compassion. There are people that can't see how wrong they are. It's like watching someone do heroin for the first time, and they're like, I can control this. I'm like, please don't. And they're like, you just don't under... I'm like, guys, I'm not the one doing it. You can... When people keep saying, like, oh, you're always right ahead of time, like, right again, BB, oh, you said this a year ago. It's not special. It's not special. You can be the same way. If you start living a life that it coincides with what you claim to believe, you start seeing the matrix and you can plan ahead. You can move out of the city before the collapse. You can develop the community before the war. You can have the fresh water before the poison. And then as people are dying around you, you don't have to die. You don't, not only do you not have to die, you thrive. Even the Black Plague, at no point took out everybody. The people that stayed thrived because they weren't. So many catastrophes in human history are because people didn't morally object for decades until the big thing hit. You have to engage with Satan to make this happen. And something that I'm now witnessing is I'm watching friends that I used to know in LA that are, I'm going to be in a superhero movie. Not only is my career not dead, being honest and sucking it up and not being motivated by sex and envy and money and all this shit and taking the hard, becoming friends with Vox Day when everyone was like, oh, bigot, racist, homophobe, don't. Guys, we're now making movies that those very people that condemn me would never even be able to audition for. Why? Because we kept the path. Because I don't need to be in a movie. I won't sell my fucking word and my life to be handed these lollipops. And so what does God do? He says, you should be in the movie. You should show people a better movie. Do you understand how frustrating it is for me to see so many people in LA just being like, I'm so close to it's heroin. You're chasing the dragon. I've lost friends to heroin, and sometimes when I'm doing these streams, I feel like I'm screaming at the dead. Like, stop. You're chasing the dragon. Why do you think it's called chasing the dragon? It's a dragon, dude. You know, it's like, you know, just chase just a little bit more, just a taste. It's like, dude, get out. And I feel it. And sometimes it really hurts me, you know? That's why I got a small dog on my lap. I'm talking about how something hurts me emotionally. I can never call someone a sodomite again. But like, I feel the screams sometimes. It's what makes me a good artist, but at the same time, it can resemble hell occasionally. It's like people that don't see it, and I'm like, you can't even see that we didn't go to the moon. You can't even see we didn't go to the moon. They're like, how dare you? I'm like, you're gonna die. Like the Logos is strong with this one. Oh, thanks, Ian. Satan is a dragon. Yeah, chase the dragon. Dude, every addiction, everything. That's why I quit alcohol. I saw a glimpse of a dragon's tail. Fentanyl is a demon. Dude, they're all demons. Heroin is crap and feeds the deep state budget. So does rage. Guys, view rage as heroin. View porn as heroin. Guys, I've known about this for so long that I was going to do an art piece, but back then I didn't have bears. How great. Guys, I was more famous and I was on like Fallon and all this shit before, but I didn't have any artists like I do now. I got 100 people right now. Guys, someone right now, one of you artists, and you guys are beautiful people, make a portrait. It can be me, you, anybody. Make your artistic choice, but it's a band around someone's arm, and there's an iPhone, like a heroin needle, hanging out of someone's vein. I wanted to do that art piece years ago, and I didn't know anyone that would just do it. You know, I knew like Hollywood artists, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'll do that after I come back from shooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer." It's like, yeah, we are real own. Yeah, I'm in the land of the living again. I was in the land of the dead. That's why I forgive. I can be a little trusting, sometimes to my detriment, sometimes to my gain. But it's because I was in the dead, in the beast, innocently. I wasn't part of a big Illuminati plot. I wasn't trying to bring people down. I wasn't attempting to take people away from God. I had enough sin in my life where I didn't see it. And that's why I'm not always on board these like conspiracies where it's like, oh, well, they did this and this guy, everybody's evil. Dude, so many of these people are just dupes. Just like you guys. Just like me still on some level. But since I was a series regular on a sitcom for 3 years. I've been in major movies, and I know I wasn't there ritualistically hurting kids or like trying to plot for 9/11 or whatever the fuck it is. I know that the high levels are fucking nuts. And once I saw glimpses of that, I was out. But there are people that are in places right now that are innocent to what they're doing. And they need to stop sinning on the level they are so that they can see the world for what it truly is. And don't let despair take over. When you listen to some of these truth channels that accurately point out that there's a pretty decent chance Michelle Obama's a dude and shit like that, don't just like lose your mind and be like, nothing is real. You can end up suicidal at that point. I've seen it. I've seen it in people where they start being like, life is a video game, nothing matters. That isn't true. That's the least true thing you can think. 9/11 as presented to us by the media is more true than you thinking your life doesn't matter or everything is meaningless and people are coming to get you. That's the deception. That's what Satan wants you to think. He needs you to choose terms and conditions. Sign on the dotted line. So please stop. Owen, I'd love a good thesis on Islam. I don't want to misunderstand you. I don't know that much about Islam, guys. If you still are focused on that, you're currently misunderstanding me, and it has nothing to do with the doctrines of Islam. I know the broad strokes. Flying horse, more likely he went to the moon than the Saturn rocket. You're missing the point. Just have a little trust in me, just a little bit. That I'm not trying to push Islam on you. Just, why do you think I keep saying, can you at least see we didn't go to the moon? Can you at least see that 9/11 wasn't people with box cutters that just hate you for being free? Because if you can't see that, you're still sitting here thinking I'm lying to you. Because the lie is the truth and the truth is the lie. That's how they get you, right? Where I'm the crazy anti-Semite in the woods who's, going to hurt himself. I'm not even going to say it out loud, but these are the things that people say when it couldn't be more opposite. I am the family man who loves and cherishes his family and grows his neighborhood and is not full of hate. It's the upside down. How does it happen? They get you to believe something so fucking stupid that your entire world inverts. Your entire world inverts. So good becomes evil and evil becomes good. If they make it, dude, start with the moon landing. I'm not doing this for no reason. I'm not ostracizing myself from my good friend Steven Crowder for no reason. Sarcasm, not my good friend. If you can't see the moon landing was faked, you can't trust your instincts. Because if that is true, then the true is lie. If you think the moon, then you think evolution is true, that we descended from monkeys. There's no evidence for it. None. There's no evidence. Entropy itself in science disproves evolution, right? But boom! You can't have creation without creator. Boom! It's logically impossible. Okay, so if you can't see the deceptions, this is why I rant and use every fucking bit of my talent, music, rhetoric, comedy, to try and get people to lose the scales. Like my old comedy about men and women, I was doing it to show not to hate your woman, not to hate your man. They're in different worlds. My soap opera music eyes shit? Why women are crazy, why men are pigs? That was to remove the veils of people's eyes. Right? Now something a little more important is to remove the veils of people's eyes of true hatred that will result in war, famine, death. Building the nuclear family is very important. So that's why I would always say, didn't go to the moon? What the fuck, dude? I'm out.